What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to day 76 of Autodesk Fusion. Today we're going to be wrapping up our 1-to-1 ratio for our belt drive system. What we're going to be doing here so far is we've got 2 wheels and 2 sprockets to turn a belt drive system. We're going to throw in our motion constraints, everything work as expected, and then we're going to be calling this done for today. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is when we do our motion constraints, we have to determine what is moving and what is not moving. Now, since there is no way for me to do a live belt in Fusion, we're just simulating a belt. Because of that, I'm going to ground the belt. It is not moving. This is just a simulation of it moving. Okay, so that being said, now I'm going to click on A for appearance. Let's go ahead and choose some of our appearances. So let's do rubber for the belt. For our sprockets, let's do aluminum. You can pick kind of whatever aluminum you want best. By default, it's steel. And then for our wheels, let's do wood. Let's do 2 different woods while we're at it. Okay. Alrighty. So now we have our appearances, not materials. We have our appearances selected just because I like somehow these appearances look a little bit better than the actual materials. I don't know why the materials don't look right. That's just my preference. So now let's throw in some of our constraints. I'm going to click on J for join. And what we're going to do is we're going to have these 2 sprockets rotate on the belt. So here's how you do that. We're going to click on the center of the first sprocket. And if you try to find the center of the belt, you're not going to have an easy time finding it. So here's what I found successful. If something's in your way, get it out of your way. And then if you have a spot where you're trying to get, I want to get down to the middle right here, but you see that it's going to disappear. So what you're going to do is you're going to hover over this face, hold down the control key, and this keeps this face active. And this allows me to select that center part right there. Might do some funky stuff on you. That's okay. Let's flip it around. And then we're going to have to do a small adjustment to make sure that it is aligned appropriately. Just because the face I chose was the outside face here, I had to move it back just a hair. We're going to then, I forgot to, let's change that joint. So right click, edit joint. And this motion is going to be a revolute. And that was looking okay. All right. So this sprocket's now done. Let's go ahead and do the next sprocket. So J for join on my keyboard. Click on that wheel. Find the face that we want. Hold down the control key. Click on that. You might have to flip it. That's okay. And there we go. We have our 2 sprockets to kind of work as we expect them. I'm all about not making a revolute. There we go. All right, and that looks okay so far. So now let's join our wheels. So we're going to click on J again. We're going to click on the center of this face right here. But you notice we run into that same problem again, is that I want this to be rigid to that, not the other way around. So I'm going to hold on this face, just hover over it, hold down control. Well, let's try that again. Click on that, then click on the center of that. Flip our axes. Motion is going to be rigid because we want it to spin with it. And that looks okay. Last one, surely not least, we're going to hover over this face, hold down the control key, click on the center of that, click on the center of the sprocket, flip our axes over if you need to, click OK. And then I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we are done as far as having those 2 joined with each other. If you want to test out your joints beforehand, you can click this drop down on joints. We can hit right click and we can go ahead and animate the model. So these 2 are working as expected. Let's go to our second revolute. Let's go ahead and animate that model. And that is also working as expected. But now what we want to do is these to move with each other. So how do we do that exactly? we're going to click on Assemble, and then we're going to do Motion Link. By Motion Link is we are linking two joints together. So I'm going to go ahead and deselect both those again. You select the two joints you want, and then by default, if they're going to be rotating at the same speed, then you don't need to do anything else. We want one to rotate 360 degrees while the other one rotates also 360 degrees. You can, if you need to, reverse the direction of those. So if this was a gear system, one would need to go opposite, but since it's a belt drive, one's going to rotate the same direction as the other. Click OK, and then it looks like we are done. So if I rotate one, does the other rotate with it? And it does. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for this video. If you have any questions, let me know. I will be making more belt drive systems, a little more complicated, with increase and decrease in ratios and some really cool stuff like that. Stay tuned and watch the next videos. I'm really excited for some big projects that are going to be kind of cooking up. They're going to be more on the difficult side, so if you're trying to do those before you've kind of mastered some other things, you might run into some problems. All right, guys, that's it. If you have any problems, questions, comments, concerns, just reach out to me however you want, and I will see you on the next video.